Rosalind Wright Picard is a pioneering American scientist, inventor, and Christian whose life and work bridge the worlds of cutting-edge technology and deep faith. Early life and atheist roots. Born on May 17, 1962 in Massachusetts, Rosalind grew up in a non-religious household where intellectual achievement was prioritized. From grade school onward, she was a straight-A student and voracious reader, identifying strongly with the idea that smart people don't need religion. She openly declared herself an atheist, dismissing faith as a crutch for the uneducated or emotionally weak. In high school, she even argued for materialistic evolution in a debate, confident that science alone could explain the world, and blamed her loss on what she saw as her classmates' ignorance. Her view of religion was shaped by stereotypes. She believed it was a human invention for those unable to face death or complexity. "I thought people who were religious had thrown their brains out the window," she later recalled. The turning point. From skeptic to seeker. Rosalind's path to faith began unexpectedly when she was asked to babysit for a Christian couple. Initially, she evaded their invitations to church, but she was intrigued. How could two intelligent, accomplished people believe in God? When they challenged her to read the Bible before dismissing it, she accepted, though she did so reluctantly, assuming she would find only gobbledygook. She started with the book of Proverbs, and to her shock, she found profound wisdom that forced her to rethink her assumptions. "I had to pause while reading and think," she said. Over the next several years, she read the entire Bible twice, grappling with how its teachings resonated with her understanding of human nature and logic. She even explored other religions to find an alternative, but none matched the coherence she saw in Christianity. A pivotal moment came when she met another devout Christian scientist who encouraged her to attend church. There, she asked tough questions about faith and evidence, approaching her exploration like a scientific inquiry. Eventually, she decided to run an experiment. If following Jesus is meaningless, it won't change my life. But if it's true, the impact would be profound. She prayed for the first time and committed her life to Christ, describing the experience as a flat, black and white existence suddenly turning full color and three-dimensional. Academic and professional career, pioneering effective computing. Rosalind's scientific career is equally remarkable. She earned a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering with highest honors from the Georgia Institute of Technology in 1984, then worked at AT&T Bell Laboratories, where she designed advanced computer chips and developed image compression algorithms. In 1991, she completed her PhD in electrical engineering and computer science at MIT, joining the faculty of the MIT Media Lab shortly after. In 1997, she published Effective Computing, a book that launched an entirely new field of study focused on giving computers the ability to recognize, understand, and respond to human emotions. At the time, the idea of emotional AI was controversial. Many in tech believed emotion should be excluded from computing. But Rosalind argued that ignoring emotion would limit technology's ability to serve humans, especially in fields like healthcare and education. Today, she is the Grover M. Herman Professor of Health Sciences and Technology at MIT, founder and director of the Effective Computing Research Group, and co-founder of two companies. Effectiva develops emotion AI used by 25% of the global Fortune 500 for market research, customer service, and human-computer interaction. Empatica created the first FDA-cleared AI-powered smartwatch to monitor seizures, helping thousands of people with epilepsy and other neurological conditions. Her work has led to over 100 patents, and her inventions are used in research on autism, depression, PTSD, dementia, and stress. In 2022, she was awarded the International Lombardy Prize and donated the €1 million award to nonprofit research and charity. She is also a member of the U.S. National Academy of Engineering and a fellow of the ACM, IEEE, and National Academy of Inventors. Faith and science, complementary, not conflicting. For Rosalind, faith and science are not rivals, they are two wings that help us soar higher. She sees her research as a way to explore the fearfully and wonderfully made complexity of human life, and she views biological systems like DNA as evidence of a greater engineer. "I don't have problems reconciling my faith and my work," she says. "Science and faith are more than compatible, they complement each other." She argues that science cannot explain everything, and that dismissing the supernatural because it is not measurable is unscientific. Her faith also shapes her approach to technology. She is passionate about building tools that empower the weak and reduce inequality, focusing on how AI can serve humanity rather than control it. She cites the Apostle Paul as an inspiration, Like Paul, she was once a skeptic who became an advocate for her beliefs, and she often references the Book of Philippians as a source of strength, legacy, and impact. Rosalind Picard has become a leading voice in both tech and faith communities, challenging the myth that science and Christianity are incompatible. She speaks openly about her journey at forums like the Veritas Forum, and has written about how her faith deepens her curiosity and sense of purpose. For her, the goal of science is not to replace God, but to understand His creation, and to use that knowledge to help others. The more I learn about how the human mind and emotion system work, she says, the more I'm in awe of the Creator. And her perspectives on AI ethics and faith. Effective computing, latest advancements. Her field of effective computing, designing technology that recognizes and responds to human emotion, has expanded rapidly in recent years, with real-world impact across healthcare, research, and industry. Healthcare wearables. Empatica continues to innovate in digital health. In 2025, it launched Embrace Mini, the world's smallest actigraphy wearable for clinical trials, which monitors sleep, movement, and light exposure with 7 days of battery life and over 200 digital biomarkers. It also released EpiMonitor, an FDA-cleared solution for epilepsy monitoring that builds on the success of earlier devices. Additionally, Empatica's technology now includes EU-approved smartwatches that can forecast viral respiratory infections like COVID-19 and influenza by analyzing physiological data. Picard's lab is also exploring personalized mental health AI, using foundation models to detect early signs of depression or anxiety from wearable data, and developing tools like the Resonance AI-powered journal to help users reflect on emotional patterns. Emotion AI for industry. Affectiva has enhanced its emotion recognition tools to analyze conversational engagement and valence in online focus groups, helping moderators identify gaps between what participants say and how they feel. In 2025, it added metrics for sentimentality and confusion, filling a gap in existing facial expression analysis. The technology is used by 70% of top advertisers to test content impact, with applications in automotive safety, education, and customer service. Research initiatives. At MIT, her team is exploring how AI can support trauma-impacted youth through creative tools like digital comics, and investigating how diurnal rhythms in physiology relate to stress and well-being. They are also studying the reliability of large language model explanations to ensure AI systems are transparent and trustworthy. AI ethics and faith, guiding principles. Picard frames her work around the belief that technology must serve human dignity, rooted in her Christian faith. Imago Dei in design. In a 2025 American Scientific Affiliation Symposium, she emphasized that humans are created in the image of God, which compels tech developers to prioritize empathy over efficiency. She argues that reducing people to data points risks dehumanizing AI systems, and advocates for embedding respect for human complexity into every stage of design. For example, her seizure monitoring technology is built not just to detect crises, but to preserve user privacy and autonomy. Stewardship over profit. Picard has criticized industry practices that exploit fear or prioritize growth over ethics. She warns that without moral guardrails, even well-intentioned AI can cause harm, fighting how biased data or opaque algorithms can perpetuate inequality. Instead, she encourages developers to view their work as stewardship of tools that can advance human flourishing. Learning from mistakes. In late 2024, she faced controversy at the NeurIPS conference when she referenced a Chinese student's nationality in an example about AI ethics, which was seen as reinforcing stereotypes. She issued a public apology, acknowledging the harm caused, and committing to greater care in addressing bias. This incident reflects her commitment to holding technology and its creators accountable to principles of equity and respect. Faith and science as complementary. Picard often notes that her faith deepens her curiosity about the natural world. She sees effective computing as a way to explore how humans fearfully and wonderfully made process emotion, and she views AI as a tool to extend human compassion, for instance, by helping clinicians better understand patients' unspoken needs or supporting people with disabilities. In a 2024 conversation with the Center for Christianity and Public Life, she said, "As we make these AIs, I'm constantly reminded that we are makers, and our work should reflect the creativity and love of our Creator." Would you like to dive deeper into a specific area, like her work in mental health AI, or how she applies Christian ethics to tech policy?